Hi, Aqua Seekers. Well, this is suspicious. Three of Cups, not because of third party stuff. No. Suspicious because I know better when it comes to Aquarians and what they're dealing with right now. Welcome to April, by the way. Okay, Three of Cups. Are we numbing the pain? Are we using substance to numb the pain? Knight of Swords and the Hangman. Are we in denial? Or maybe everything seemed great and fun until lightning struck, and now you're in limbo. A bubble in time. You know there's expansion from it, but you don't really care. Because no one really cares about the expansion that happens from the pain as they are going through the pain. Nor should you. It's okay to acknowledge the expansion in retrospect and after effect. No one is expecting you to be happy through this. In fact, if you were, I'd be worried. Pluto moved into your sign and it has already created some shockwaves. And the forecast didn't even say there's going to be lightning. So it was a bright sunny day. Boom. And your entire life's perspective is changed. Your viewpoint on yourself, on the world, and what it is you can and cannot handle. There are two types of Aquarians. I mean, there are more than that, but main one especially relevant to this conversation. One, there's a shadow aspect where these Aquarians are just full of it. They talk out of their ass so much and they believe their own bullshit because, well, in that Aquarian mind, everything is possible. So a lie can be truth. They're not lying, it's philosophy. If you're cross watching for a shadow Aquarius, I bet you're like, yeah, but you're nodding. And then with these Aquarians, Pluto will strip off the layers of the bullshit, force them to drop the acts with all kinds of measures until they become humble and wise again, or as they should be. And then there's the actual humble and wise Aquarius. To those Aquarians, Pluto will give a lot of power in this transit. It's going to be a long transit, but specifically in the next couple of months, it's going to be there, and then it's going to retrograde back to Capricorn, but it's relevant because this is a reading for April, maybe even May. So either you get a lot of shock waves that strip you off the bullshit before you get the power, or you immediately get the power. But either way, it's a lot. And even power that is good, empowerment, success, I mean, can require a lot of changes and a lot of movement and a lot of shock. So even that isn't necessarily pleasant. So what I'm reading here can apply to basically all of you. Hold on, let me fix my hair because otherwise it's going to drive me crazy. There's a lot I'm not sharing with you guys here on YouTube, and that has to do with my personal life. Some of it is on Instagram, but mostly I've decided to try to inject myself in my life's event as less as possible, both for privacy but also for your well-being. Like, how is that relevant? Unless if like my story can somehow help emphasize a point that I'm trying to make or help deliver a point that I'm trying to make. Otherwise, I'm saying this because I'm going through some bananas right now. I've experienced loss recently, multiple losses actually in a very short amount of time, which is very shocking to the system. But I know this is something Aquarians are experiencing from a different angle, but still. So this is your reading nonetheless. I just felt like I had to share in case you feel like I've been weird in the past, I don't know, week or so. Let's get going for Aquarius, please, for April. Even though Saturn left your sign, the nodes are still squaring you. So the movement of the universe and of society often is in resistance to you, to your movement, to your flow. It seems like things that feel right to you aren't in alignment, don't feel right to your environment. So it's like there's constant push and pull, resistance, dissonance. The nodes will move out of Taurus, Scorpio soon in the next couple of months, and it will ease the pressure, and you'll feel more supported by your environment and by collective events, should I say. Six of Wands. The good news is that when it comes to your endeavor, you're still on the horse. You're still winning. You still know how to make the best out of situations and take, poison and turn it into medicine. Onions into honey. You utilize all this energy, all these emotions, the shock waves, and generate victories and assertion and life force to act, to do, to achieve. So the lightning or the shockwave first echoes through your entire system and gets you out of focus, but then you're like, oh wait, you're not going anywhere. You swallow it back in, but this time in your control, and you just utilize it and start spitting lightning everywhere. Sometimes my analogies surprise me. I don't plan it. Sometimes it sounds reasonable and sometimes it doesn't. The Lovers this month will present a choice, a dilemma. It might seem like a dilemma that gives you a headache, but the thing about it is it's actually even deeper. It's not just an annoyance on a mundane technical level. Your choice will actually mean a great deal when it comes to your path and your soul's journey and possibly even karma. So consider your decision. Don't take it lightly and don't only go by technical ease or comfort. Think about the spiritual, energetic, and moral aspect of your decision. Sorry, I feel like I look like a ghost, which wouldn't be surprising considering how many ghosts are surrounding me. I am still alive, so I want to look alive. This is a really strong light. Let's do this. What happens if I turn it off? Okay. What happens if we do this? I'm better with that. What's this? Just, oh, let's just leave it like that. It's not the best lighting, but at least I'm not pale. Hmm? No, still look like shit. Okay. No, it's fine. It's good to have alignment between the inside and the outside. I feel like shit. I look like shit. Hey, at least you know I'm honest. Oh my goodness. How many of you left in this time? Fuck it. I get to have my moments. Oh, Ace of Pentacles right after the Lovers. So you are likely to make a good, solid decision that will be beneficial and will establish a good foundation for long-term success. It could also be a guidance and advice, aka make a decision that is based in what is in alignment with who you are now / who you want to become. Something that really echoes true to you, that it's not just cognitive, but it feels right in your body. You know, like your mind tell you that this person is very, very nice, but when you stand next to them, you feel nausea or uncomfortable, or you just don't want to be in the room, or vice versa. With the Ace of Pentacles, with the element of Earth, you want to listen to your body. You really want to listen to your body when you make decisions. Because things can look really impressive. But look beneath the surface. Okay, look at the essence of the thing. Imagine it naked. I don't know why I said that. You know, there's Hamelech Hueron, like the king is naked. I'm not sure the correct translation to English, but it's like when the king passes by the people and he's buck naked, but no one dares to say it because he's the king. But it's true, everybody sees it, but no one says it. And they doubt themselves, maybe they're wrong. Why would the king be naked? But then a kid shouts, "The king is naked." So look at the decision and the dilemma and look at things for what they are, you know, and go with your basic understanding of yourself and of whatever the case is. This can also be resources coming in, money, like a turn of events that brings in some profit. Oh, oh. Nine of Cups. Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. Gotta love it. Right underneath the Six of Wands. So with all the shock waves, there's more honey than onion. There are a lot of things that do work out, that do flow into your space and kind of stay. You know, there's the phrase, life is what happens when we're busy making other plans. So I feel like it's more so blessings come in when when we're busy grieving the misfortune, right? And there seems to be a lot of those blessings. Just be cautious with substance and drinking. It's insinuated in the reading, so for those of you that it applies, definitely don't drink under intoxication. Okay? Don't drive, sorry. Don't DUI. Three of Wands and Four of Cups. There's something you're waiting on, hoping for, that used to work and then was cut, and you're ignoring present existing blessings that are very tangible and very real and very present for the sake of something you're waiting on, holding on to. Uh, It's like, I don't know, traveling somewhere or meeting someone at a bar for a moment and be completely enamored by them. You don't even know them. You project all your dreams and fantasies onto them. And then going back home or going somewhere and just the love of your life is there with you, or you meet them and it gets built up and it's like this amazing thing, but you keep postponing it or rejecting it or putting them on the shelf because, well, what if that person that I had one evening with, or whatever the case may be, suddenly finds me on Facebook or something. I don't know. Like it's ridiculous. I'm sorry, no offense, but it's the cards say that it's ridiculous, and then I support their message because there is something so incredibly beautiful here for you and true. But you're like, no, it must not be great because it's just, consistent and present and true, and I know it, and I know that it's good. I mean, how can I take that over a fantasy potential that is likely to be false because I've only experienced it for like a few hours? It's like, you know what I mean? It's this Three of Cups that we started with that I felt so much bullshit ooze out of it because the Three of Cups is an amazing, amazing card. It has so much celebration and flow and community and a lot of good abundance in it. But if you look at the big picture and how all the cards speak together, mm, wow. Bottom of the deck, Magician, Strength, Empress, and Ace of Cups. This could be birth of something. It could be literal birth, like a child. It could be a project. It could be a renewed femininity, like your femininity or your maternal instincts um, are just being reborn, replenished, cleansed. Um, it's like Aphrodite in the oyster, the painting. Did you know that Aphrodite slash Venus was born from foam, and foam is the semen of Cronus that fell into the sea because his kids, Zeus, Hades, and Neptune, and Poseidon, which is Neptune, never mind, um, rebelled against him because he was an ass, and they tore off his, and the semen fell into the sea, and that's how Aphrodite was born. I don't know why. Anyway, um, but whatever boundaries, physical boundaries that separated the feminine energy in you, or this feminine, from fully being in her feminine power and expressing herself in the world, those boundaries dropped because of all the shock waves. Like Pluto in 0 degrees Aquarius, it's very pure. It's like the purest, rawest form of electricity. Um, it's like just the electrons, or like something ethereal before it's even birthed into electricity. I don't know how to explain it. And when such pure energy enters our sign, our, you know, dimensional existence, if we don't have that in us, it will create resistance, right? And we'll start breaking down anything that isn't in alignment with that pure energy. So shit goes down, and you get acquainted with the rawest form of your energy, the one that is in constant conversation with the universe and with the elementals around it, you. And that's where you discover your power. Pluto is about power because Pluto is about the soul, purity of the soul. How could it not be about power, right? And true power can't be limited by boundaries, because then it's more responsible, but then it's not absolute power. And it's like, this is what this transit is about for you. So it's not going to give you power without knowing that you're responsible to handle it and that you can contain it. In order for you to be able to contain it, your frequency needs to be in alignment with it. So a lot of all the things that are in dissonance about you, be it character wise, decisions, actions, things you tell yourself, way of thinking, triggers, reactions, all the jazz. If they're not in alignment with that, they're just going to break down by events. There's no tower here. I'm not trying to scare you. This is actually me putting you on a pedestal to great self empowerment, and an absolute rebirth from that place. But this is pure magic. This is the ability to speak to the elements, to the animal kingdom, to the gods in the Olympus, to the universe, to the multiverse, to different aspects, different connect and communicate with different dimensions like at once. It's masterful. This energy is masterful. And it's like it makes it look so easy, you know. Animals are coming through very strongly here. Nature, experiencing it in ways that you've never experienced it before, like speaking to it in ways that you've never spoken to it before, because and suddenly hearing it back, speaking back to you, it's like you always walk down the street and you hear the birds chirping, but it's just a chirp. But now you walk down the street, you hear the bird chirp, and it means something to you. You actually understand it, and you stop and you look at him or her, and you get it. And then you go and you do something about it. You understand the message and you act from that place, and there you are, a magician. That's the true witch slash magician. It's not tricks up your hat, from your hat, or up your sleeve. It's not mind games. Those are cool, don't get me wrong, but that's not magic with a K, with a CK. Magic with a CK is having a question in mind and walking down the street, and then an animal does something, or expresses something, and it means something. You understand the symbolism in it, and then you take it as an absolute, and you act in accordance, and then something real happens as a result of that. And then that is magic. It's not even the spells. It's just understanding the language of the universe and trusting it enough to respond to it with actions, to not doubt yourself and be like, well, this was just random. Just coincidence. Bird doesn't mean anything. So this is the month where shockwaves hit and you get peeled, and then you find your power and you become a magician. Cool. Good luck. Best wishes to Pluto. Oh, motherfucker. I love you guys. 7 days free trial over on Patreon. Link is below. Utilize the opportunity. Stay magic, stay true, and I love you.